year always fires up people to better themselves, and it can happen in the form of a resolution or simply deciding that something needs to be done.
Well, such is the case for me. Late last year, I was pushing between 220 and 225 pounds. I'm about 6 feet 1 inches tall, so clearly I was carrying more than I wanted. My diet needed to be overhauled, included too much soda and snacking. As far as working out, yeah, I mow my lawn, but I walk from a golf cart to my golf ball and then back to my golf cart, and that's about it. Maybe there are some of you out there that can relate. Regardless, I started my journey the first of the year, and it continues today. At the end of this story, I'll update you on what my weight was this morning. Hi there, Mike Morgan.
Hi, I'm Karma, trading manager here. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah.
You gonna take it easy on me?
I will try. I won't try to kill you too much on the first day. Take it easy.
I need some help.
You need some help? Well, we can do that here.
The easy part was deciding before the holidays to go in and sign up at the Family Wellness Center in South Fargo. Once inside, I quickly found myself feeling a little intimidated. There were rows of different machines. I was unsure how each worked and how they might help me out. A feeling, I was told later, that's experienced by many newcomers.
For most people who are unfamiliar with the gym experience, then yes.
I came here with goals. I wanted to drop weight, and I thought easily 20 pounds, especially around the midsection. Over the past couple of decades, I haven't done very much in the way of exercise, kind of like the Tin Man in a rainstorm. And I wanted to develop a more active life and a healthier way to live it.
Someone might be interested in weight loss. Maybe somebody just needs to get back to activity.
Leading the charge for me would be trainer Karma DeVillers.
Okay.
Forward.
How many?
Sides. We'll do 8.
After an initial consultation, she mapped out what would be roughly a 2-month workout plan.
Those programs are designed specifically to each individual.
She makes me do things I would never make myself do because it's hard.
For Shelley Lesterberg, her journey began about 14 years ago.
It's amazing what you can do if you just keep at it. It really is.
It's evolved into working out 5 days a week and includes swimming, the gym, and yoga.
How better do you feel now versus when the journey began?
Oh, 100% better. I've lost about 20 pounds, and that, was a slow process, but, it was a good one. I feel way better. I'm much stronger than I ever would have been if I wasn't doing this.
And it's stories like Shelley's that in part inspire someone like myself, even at this early stage. My plan of attack began the 1st of this year and will continue through February. At that time, we'll assess my progress.
Karma, how important is it to set reasonable goals and leave some room for failure?
If you're always setting goals that you know you're going to hit, then I feel like your motivation isn't going to be as high to really strive to those tougher goals that might be a little bit beyond what you might think that you can do.
Spoken like a trainer. Now, as far as my weight this morning, I jumped on the scale, and here's what it told me, 214.1. Keep in mind, I have until the end of the month. Tonight was the first of 4 stories on my journey over the next 3 Thursday nights. Here on Valley News Live 10 at 10, I'll be reporting on things like exercising and what part of the body that they focus on. I think you'll find a lot of interest in the story that I have for you on dieting. In it, we're going to throw out the idea of 3 square meals a day. It's time to return to how eating was real early on for all of us. And probably the most important story will be the final one. We're going to check my results, not just my weight, but we're also going to do a blood test as well to figure out, and also to try to figure out a way to sustain this process, not just for today and tomorrow, but over the long haul. If you can't catch all of these stories, don't worry about it. They're going to be posted on our website at valleynewslive.com. And certainly, if you have some helpful advice for me and others, post it on our Facebook page.